Hi, boys and girls. Today, for your math lesson, we are going to be learning about partners of 10. And some of you may already know your partners of 10, and some of you may not, but this is going to be a fun little activity for us to do today. So let's get started.
My mama got a dog and we named him 10. We named him 10. We named him 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. But I wouldn't name him 10 again. Why not? 'Cause he only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10. He only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10.
Well, I gave my dog one dog treat. He looked at me and laughed, said I only eaten 10, so you better add things fast. I reached into the treat box and pulled out 9 more treats. I dropped them in his dog bowl, said I hope you like these eats. And yes, my dog 10 smiled as he counted treats again. My dog was good at math, he knew 1 plus 9 is 10.
1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 9 is 10.
My dog was good at math, he knew 1 plus 9 is 10.
My mama got a dog and we named him 10. We named him 10. We named him 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. But I wouldn't name him 10 again. Why not?
Because it was hard to feed my dog when he only ate things to add it to 10. I could only think of 6 different ways to feed him. 1 plus 9 treats, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6, 5 plus 5, and 10 plus 0. Well, I gave my dog 2 dog treats. He looked at me and laughed, said I only eaten 10, so you better add things fast. I reached into his treat box and pulled out 8 more treats. I dropped them in his dog bowl, said I hope you like these eats. And yes, my dog 10 smiled as he counted treats again. My dog was good at math, he knew 2 plus 8 is 10.
2 plus 8 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. My dog was good at math, he knew 2 plus 8 is 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. We named him 10. We named him 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. But I wouldn't name him 10 again. Why not? 'Cause he only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10. He only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10.
Well, I gave my dog 3 dog treats. He looked at me and laughed. I only eaten 10, so you better add things fast. I reached into his treat box and pulled out 7 treats. I dropped them in his dog bowl, said I hope you like these eats. And yes, my dog 10 smiled as he counted treats again. My dog was good at math, he knew 3 plus 7's 10.
3 plus 7's 10. 3 plus 7's 10. My dog was good at math, he knew 3 plus 7's 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. We named him 10. We named him 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. But I wouldn't name him 10 again. Why not? 'Cause he only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10. He only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10.
Well, I gave my dog 4 dog treats.
4.
He looked at me and laughed, said I only eaten 10, so you better add things fast. I reached into his treat box and pulled out 6 more treats. I dropped them in his dog bowl, said I hope you like these eats. And yes, my dog 10 smiled as he counted treats again. My dog was good at math, he knew 4 plus 6 is 10.
4 plus 6 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. My dog is good at math, he knew 4 plus 6 is 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. We named him 10. We named him 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. But I wouldn't name him 10 again. Why not? 'Cause he only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10. He only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with a sum of 10.
Well, I gave my dog 5 dog treats.
5.
He looked at me and laughed, said I only eaten 10, so you better add things fast. I reached into his treat box and pulled out 5 more treats. I dropped them in his dog bowl, said, I hope you like these eats. And yes, my dog 10 smiled as he counted treats again. My dog was good at math. He knew 5 plus 5 is 10.
5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. My dog was good at math. He knew 5 plus 5 is 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. We named him 10. We named him 10. My mama got a dog and we named him 10. But I wouldn't name him 10 again. Why not? 'Cause he only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with the sum of 10. He only likes things that add to 10. He only likes things with the sum of 10.
Okay, so we are going to use all the ways that you learned how to make 10 with 10 the dog on today's lesson. So our first problem is 0 plus 10. So for these problems, I'm going to be using these blocks here on the side, the colorful blocks. And if you have blocks like this, you can use them too. But if not, you could use, maybe you could use crayons, you could just use your fingers. So let's say for 0 plus 10, first I would put down 0 fingers and then I would put down 10. Okay? So let's get started. So 0 plus 10. So my first color that I'm choosing is blue. So for blue, I have 0, so I won't move any of my blocks over. And for 10, I think I'm going to pick pink. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 0 plus 10 is 10 because I only have 10 pink blocks. Our next problem is 1 plus 9. So you can put up 1 finger and then 9 more, or you can use 1 crayon, 1 colored crayon, and then use a different color for the 9 more. So for my number 1, I'm going to use a green block, and then I'm going to use 9 orange ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I'm going to count all of my blocks together. So my 1 green one and then my 9 orange ones. So let's count them together. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1 plus 9 is 10. That's a partner for the number 10. Next we have 2 plus 8. So for my 2, I'm going to use purple, and then for my 8, I'll use pink. So let's start with 2 purples. There's 1, 2, and then 8 pinks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'll count them all together, and if you want to, you can pause the video and count them too. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means that 2 plus 8 also equals 10. So far we've had 0 plus 10, 1 plus 9, and 2 plus 8, and those all equal the number 10. Next we have 3 plus 7. So for my 3, I think I'll use blue blocks, and for my 7, I think I'll use purple. So here are my 1, 2, 3 blue blocks, and then 7 purples. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's easier whenever you're counting and figuring out partners for numbers to use different colors, because then you can see that there are 3 of one color and then 7 of the other. So then you just add them together and you know what your total is. So let's add these ones right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3 plus 7 also equals 10. Next we have 4 plus 6. So for my 4, I'll use pink, and for my 6, I'll use orange. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'll count all of them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 plus 6 equals 10. For this one, I want you to use your hands as I'm doing it. So for my first 5 plus 5, I'm going to use green, and then for my second 5, I'll use blue. So first 5, the green ones, I want you to put up 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you should have 5 fingers up, so that's one of your hands. Next, I'll add my blue 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should have 5 more fingers up, so that should be both of your hands. And I know, and you should know, that we have 10 fingers, so 5 fingers on one hand and 5 fingers on the other equals 10. So I always know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now after this one, we're going to switch the partners. So whenever I switch the partners, let's say for 2 plus 8, my 8 will go first, and then the 2. So I'll have 8 plus 2. And we have to figure out if that will still equal 10. So let's get started. My first number partner switch is 5 plus 5. And if you remember from the last slide, 5 plus 5 always equals 10. So I don't think that I need to do the blocks for this one. You can use your fingers if you want to see that 5 plus 5 still equals 10. So that was our first partner switch. That was an easy one, because 5 and 5 are the same number. Next we have 6 plus 4. So before it was 4 plus 6, but now we have 6 plus 4. So for my 6, I'm going to use orange, and for 4, I'll use purple. So let's see what this will equal. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to add them together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6 plus 4 equals 10. Next, we have 7 plus 3. So for my 7, I'll use blue, and for my 3, I'll use green. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 2, 3. Let's add them all together now. I want you to add them. I'll wait a minute until you have them added, and then we'll count them all together to make sure that you got the answer right. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. Next, we have 8 plus 2. So for my 8, I'll use pink, and for my 2, I'll use blue. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and my 2 blues, I think I said. So there's 8 plus 2, and I want you to count them, see what it equals. And let's check your answer. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 8 plus 2 equals 10. Next, we have 9 plus 1. So I will put my blocks out, and as I'm putting my blocks down, I want you to count them. I'm not going to count them, I want you to do it. So for my 9, I'll do green, and for my 1, I'll do purple. Okay, so hopefully you counted as I put those out. So I know that I have 9 green ones and 1 purple one. So now let's add them all together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 plus 1 equals 10. And our last problem is 10 plus 0. So if you remember from 0 plus 10, I didn't have to use any blocks for one of the numbers in my number sentence. So I will choose 10 pink ones plus 0. So I won't have to use any more blocks. So I'll just put my 10 pink ones down. Okay, I hope you were counting as I put those pink blocks down, and let's count them just to make sure that there are 10 there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then plus 0, so I have nothing on the bottom. So 10 plus 0 equals 10. So whenever you switch your partners, like we switched 10 and 0 and 0 and 10 and 9 and 1 and 1 and 9, your answer never changes because you're using the same numbers, they're just in a different order. In the comments of this video, I want you to answer, what is one way to make the number 10? So what is one of the partner pairs for the number 10? And remember, the more you comment and participate in these videos, the better chance you have at getting a reward at the end of the week for commenting and participating in the most videos in K1. Okay, so I will see you again next week for another math lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning about the partners of 10.